So in recent years, we've had discussions with the Destination Marketing Organization and with City Council regarding the city's limited ability to host larger conventions and more frequent mid-sized conferences. These conversations prompted an evaluation of how we might expand the existing convention center, adding an exhibit hall, additional breakout rooms, and other convention supporting facilities, and improve its connection to the adjacent hotel. On February 18, 2025, City Council directed staff to explore the possibility of placing the venue tax on an upcoming ballot to measure voter support for such improvements. Staff proceeded accordingly and obtained the required state approval to move the ballot item forward. However, that process is currently on hold. During the same period, stakeholders raised the idea of constructing a new hotel conference center on city-owned property along the downtown riverfront. Both concepts, the expansion of the existing convention center and the construction of a downtown riverfront hotel conference center, offered meaningful advantages but also presented notable limitations. The convention center site can accommodate the expansion and lies near the river, but is not located downtown. The potential hotel conference center would be downtown on the river, but may not be able to incorporate an exhibit hall large enough to attract major conventions. Given these trade-offs, staff determined it would be prudent to engage an experienced consulting firm to evaluate the feasibility of each option and whether one, both, or neither would best serve San Angelo. These firms specialize in assessing markets, regional demand, industry trends, financing options, and other factors that guide municipal decision-making. Accordingly, we issued a nationwide request for proposals and received 5 submissions. A review committee evaluated the proposals, shortlisted 2 firms for interviews, and ultimately recommended the selection of CSL International. And the cost is $125,000. Rick, do you have anything to add?
I think Carl covered it pretty well. This is an item that's been discussed for years. We all know that if we're going to look at a hotel conference center or even expansion of this facility with a hotel, that's probably going to require some type of public-private partnership. And the only way to see if that is viable and can move forward is to have a study such as this, which then allows us to evaluate the options, work with potential developers who might be interested, and make some informed decisions. So this is just moving that forward as council has directed us to do.
Carl, I'll start with this. Sometimes we have to weigh the benefits of repairing what we have and trying to upgrade it versus starting something fresh and new. And the fact that development along the river corridor, which is one of the key things we have, we're starting to take advantage of that key, let's say, piece of property within us. And I see a conference center development along the area that we're looking at would involve several different public-private parties involved with this. We've had this discussion a little bit in executive. And from what we're going here, this is a great start to make sure that, minds that are professional about this and know how to judge the feasibility of, can it be in this spot? Is it large enough to serve what we need? Is it large enough to get the groups we want? Does it accommodate our target market to make San Angelo grow? And I think this whole study decides that, does it not, Rick and Carl? And with that, I just want to say I'm excited about it. Of the things we've looked at over several years, this is one that will shape 15 or 20 years of destination marketing for here and should be great with the chamber also. With that, I'll open up to the dais. Mary, have you got any questions? Karen?
I do not.
Patrick?
Just real quick, and I think basically y'all just alluded to it. This study, will it also provide of what size of a convention center would be viable here? So it's not going to say, well, here's where you could, and this is how big it could be. It'll say, this is what size convention center we think San Angelo needs to be utilized.
Looking at the draw of the market,
Yeah.
what we can bring in.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Daniel, any words? I have to
what's
teach
going
you how to
on
work
with
that button.
Yeah,
there,
sorry about
cowboy.
Mayor, you talked about destination marketing, and you hear that term all the time. If you build it, they will come. The issue right now, they're not coming to San Angelo as far as the conventions because we have really not much to offer. And you have a group going out there, like Destination, the DMO going out there and trying to bring in those individuals, those events here to our community. Of course, that's an influx of money to our community. We always look for ways to bring in more revenue. We could do it through tourism, and that's a big key, but we don't have the facilities to make that happen. And this project in itself, as far as the review, will give us the opportunity to take a look at what is most advantageous to the city of San Angelo. Is it expanding on this facility, or looking down the river and looking at the hotel with the center there? So again, I think this is a vital thing that we're doing as far as recommending moving forward with this. But again, if you build it, they will come, and I really do believe that we have a group that can market it. It's just a matter of having the facilities.
Awesome. Harry?
Yeah, a couple of quick comments. Before I became a councilman, I was working with destination marketing, and this has been a dream, a vision, if you say, of several different groups. And we're certainly not going to be able to do it by ourselves. The city, this is going to have to be public-private partnerships. And I would hope that as we have this group come in and evaluate this, that they give us recommendations that will allow us to grow. Quite honestly, I don't know if there's enough money out there to do this, but I'd like to see both facilities considered. This one for the expansion and the one on the river, but both of them are going to take public-private partnerships in order to make it work. So I'm pleased with this.
Mr. Self?
I think this is a great thing. We need it. We need, as they say, heads in beds, and this will help do that. Abilene has a new one. Midland has one. Odessa has one. While we're not that town, we need that to help as well.
They just don't have one on the river.
We have a very unique situation that can really do good things. So, yeah, I'm in favor.
Thank you, Joe. Tommy?
You know, we discussed this in budget 2, 3 or 4 years ago about kickstarting something like this, and it was alluded to, but I don't think we need to skim over it too quickly. A developer that would be participating in a public-private partnership is going to require a feasibility study on our part to see if, in fact, it's feasible. So this, in my opinion, this is the first step to go down that path. If you're ready for a motion, Mayor, I'll make a motion that we accept as presented by staff.
Let me hold it. Any additional questions? We all good? We're all good. So we'll take your motion, Tommy,
Move we approve.
and I need a second
Harry.
from Harry Thomas. Heather, do we have any public comment on this item? With that, we'll look for a vote. All in favor of item B, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? With no opposed, item B passes 7-0.